Have you ever noticed sometimes the hardest part of healing isn't the pain, it's the quiet? Because when you stop people pleasing, when you stop over functioning, when you stop performing, when you stop surviving, something unexpected happens. Space that appears. And inside that space, a question rises. Who am I now? Not who I had to become, not who people needed me to be, not who I learned to be to stay safe, but me. And if you've ever felt strangely uncomfortable after growth, if life feels quieter, lighter, but also unfamiliar, today's conversation is for you. Hey, everybody, welcome back to the Soul Talk podcast. I'm Mary Beth Rim. I'm a licensed clinical social worker. I'm a coach. I'm a runner. And I'm someone who deeply believes healing isn't just about changing your thoughts. It's about changing the relationship you have with yourself, mind, body, spirit, and stride. And if these conversations resonate with you, I want to personally invite you to subscribe to my YouTube channel and join me on the Substack community. This work doesn't end when the episode ends. Every week, we continue these conversations through podcast episodes. Every day, there is a guided practices, reflections, and meditations designed to help you keep living forward. And if your nervous system has been carrying more than was meant to hold, check out my 7-day nervous system reset. It's a guided journey to help you slow down, regulate, reconnect, and feel safer inside your own body. And the link you can find in YouTube description. Okay, let's talk. Let's talk about when healing changes your identity. Because there's something nobody tells you about healing. First, healing takes as long as it takes. Healing changes your identity. Not overnight. It's not dramatic. It's quiet. Piece by piece. You stop saying yes automatically. You stop explaining yourself so much. You stop chasing validation. You stop trying to earn your rest. You stop performing strength. And suddenly, life gets quieter. And that quiet can feel uncomfortable. Because for many people, noise became identity. Busyness became identity. Fixing people became identity. Fitting in became identity. Being needed became identity. Holding everything together became identity. And I know this one personally. As someone who has spent almost 30 years in the mental health field and someone who coaches and teaches and supports, holds space, there's a subtle pull that can happen. The pull to stay in motion, to keep helping, to keep producing, to keep doing. Because doing feels familiar. Stillness doesn't. And maybe you know that feeling too. Maybe your healing hasn't looked like becoming someone new. Maybe it has looked like slowly letting go of who you thought you had to be. You see that there's this empty space after healing because, healing creates space, and space can feel terrifying because space asks questions. Questions like, who am I when I'm not proving myself? Who am I when I stop striving? Who am I without the pressure? Who am I when no one is asking anything from me? See, years ago, before running became a big part of my life, before movement, I thought achievement would create peace. If I worked harder, did more, pushed more, eventually I'd arrive. The peace doesn't live at the finish line. Peace lives inside presence. I've run, I don't know how many half marathons and 5Ks and 10Ks and attempted actually a full marathon. And what running has taught me, and also with all of my training, has taught me wasn't discipline per se. It taught me listening to my body, listening to my limits, listening to what needed rest, listening to what needed courage. Life works the same way. Forward isn't faster. Forward is more honest. And there is a choice versus compulsion. This week inside Living Forward series, we're talking about the difference between living by compulsion and living by choice. Compulsion sounds like I have to, I should, I can't disappoint. I need to keep everyone happy. I can rest later. Choice. Choice sounds so much different because choice says, what do I actually need? What feels aligned? What would happen if I trusted myself? What is my body trying to tell me? Because choice requires us to slow down. Compulsive thrives in speed. That's why nervous system regulation matters so much. Because when your nervous system feels unsafe, everything feels urgent. You react instead of respond. You perform instead of connect. And you overfunction instead of receive support. Because your body learns survival. But survival isn't living. And living forward means choosing differently. Not perfectly, but differently. One moment at a time. So, what is the space between reaction and response? So, there's a space, a tiny space, easy to miss, between what happens and how we respond. And that space changes everything. Some of the most meaningful growth in life doesn't happen because we do more. It happens because we pause. Instead of reacting, we breathe. Instead of explaining, we notice. Instead of automatically saying yes, we ask ourselves, do I actually want this? Instead of abandoning ourselves, we stay. That pause is self leadership. That pause is healing, becoming embodied. That pause is living forward. You see, I think about younger versions of myself sometimes, and the younger person learning how to hold pain, learning how to be strong, learning how to survive. And, the girl that was born with a heart defect that needed repairing, the young person that learned resilience long before I had words for it, and the person who spent years helping other people heal while also learning how to care for myself. And if I could sit beside every version of me, I think I'd say this: you do not have to earn peace. You do not have to perform worthiness. You do not have to become more to deserve rest. You're allowed to just simply be here, fully, honestly, now. So this week, I want to leave you with a question. Where in your life are you living from compulsion instead of choice? Where are you moving automatically instead of intentionally? And what might change if you slow down enough to hear yourself again? Because living forward isn't about becoming someone else, and neither is healing. It's becoming more fully yourself, who you are, one choice, one breath, one honest moment at a time. So I want to thank you so much for being here today. And if today's conversation connected with you, go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube channel and join me on my Substack community. Share this episode with someone who really might need it. And if your nervous system has been asking for rest, for regulation, for safety, take a look at the 7-day nervous system reset. You don't have to keep carrying everything alone. So again, thank you so much for spending this time with me, and keep moving, keep listening, keep living forward. Until next time, I'm Mary Beth Rim.